The Rangers are undergoing a genuine overhaul this summer, and by all accounts, they're not slowing down anytime soon. The club has once again dipped into the transfer market, unveiling to more signings as part of what is shaping up to be a transformative season at Ibrox. With Russell Martin firmly at the helm, it's clear he's intent on stamping his identity on every aspect of the club, from the boardroom to the back four. And these latest additions underline just how serious he is about constructing something lasting and meaningful for fans and players alike. Supporters have been sat on the edges of their seats throughout this transfer window, poring over every rumor and tease, and now they've got fresh cause for excitement. The Rangers' summer of change is gathering pace, and these recent arrivals add further momentum to what has been a thrilling period in Glasgow. New recruits bring fresh energy, new ideas, and perhaps most importantly, new ambition to a squad that was sorely lacking in certain areas last season. One of the newcomers, a young midfielder bursting with potential, has caught people's attention, not just because of where he's been, but where he's going. Having come through the ranks at Liverpool, he forged his senior credentials with spells in England, most notably at Wigan and then Luton Town. Reports suggest he notched a commendable 14 goals across all competitions before earning his debut for Norway, even finding the net on his first outing against Moldova. It's a pretty solid CV for someone barely in his mid-20s, and it's this versatility, combined with his knack for popping up at the right time, that seems to have convinced Martin and his staff to get the deal over the line. That's not all. Sitting alongside him is a towering center-back from Burkina Faso, just 20, who's spent the past few seasons at Wolves after moving over from Red Star Belgrade in a transfer worth up to £10 million. Standing at 6'4", he walked into a tricky Premier League setup, and while he only made a handful of appearances, the club clearly see his long-term profile as something they can shape and mold. As Martin continues to weave his vision, adding defensive steel to complement the creative spark in midfield seems a calculated and logical step. But that's not all that's happening on the Ibrox reshuffle. Alongside the players, there have been significant moves behind the scenes too, bringing in experienced coaching staff to bolster the first-team setup. Martin has secured the services of Mike Williamson as a first-team coach and Salvatore Bibo as goalkeeping coach. Williamson, a former centre-half with over 400 career appearances, including a spell at Newcastle, and coaching experience at the likes of MK Dons and Carlisle, brings a wealth of top-level know-how to the squad. Bibo, meanwhile, arrives after successful stints developing keepers at Arsenal and Brighton, most recently at Sheffield Wednesday. His arrival speaks to Martin's intent to strengthen every region of the squad, precision fit with specialists. Speaking about the hires, Martin expressed genuine enthusiasm, highlighting the duo's blend of experience, character, and football IQ. He reminisced about his playing days with Williamson and emphasized Salvador's proven track record with goalkeepers. Sporting director Kevin Fellwell voiced similar excitement, noting how both appointments reinforce a broader commitment to building an environment of success, not just on the pitch but off it too. If the speculation holds, the center-back addition could be bolstered further, with a third figure set to join, bringing the tally of defensive reinforcements to an unprecedented number this window. And as that speculation swirls, there's also word that Joe Rothwell, a combative number 8 type who helped Leeds gain promotion last season, is already in the building. Rothwell's presence adds grit and control in midfield, complementing the more goal-minded creative option and indicating Martin is drafting a multi-dimensional midfield core. Shifting back to goalkeepers, there's good news elsewhere. Kieran Wright has secured a new 1-year extension, keeping him in the building for a 10th season. Still very much an understudy, having joined in 2016 and made sporadic European benches, Wright's continued presence underlines the club's Scottish brand, pathway, and long-term planning. Having spent time out on loan honing his craft, he remains a trusted product of the Rangers system. Taken all together, you can't help but feel a sense of calculated design. Martin's blueprint is emerging piece by piece, a mobile multi-role midfield armed with creativity and goals, a reinforced defense that marries youth and potential with top-flight know-how, and a technical team built around proven knowledge and familiarity with the club's DNA. Every addition seems not just reactive, but purposeful, each signing designed to fill a specific gap and create a more complete, adaptable team. Supporters are within touching distance of seeing a genuine facelift, not just a squad shuffle, but a deep-rooted rebuild aimed at ensuring a stronger, more sustainable, and crucially more exciting style of play. Whether these pieces will bring the trophy cabinet back into play remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: at Ibrox, business as usual has, well, and truly been replaced by business with intent, and the summer has only just begun. The midfield conundrum at Rangers last season was plain for all to see. Despite moments of promise, the engine room lacked a consistent source of goals, something that's been sorely missed since the days when the likes of Stephen Davis or Scott Arfield regularly chipped in. With the arrival of Theo Osgaard, that gap might finally be bridged. The 23-year-old is far from a traditional number 10. According to former coaches, he's someone equally comfortable operating as an 8 or even drifting into wide areas, offering tactical flexibility and, most importantly, end product. 14 goals in one season for Wigan and Luton tell their own story, but it's his ability to link play and operate in tight spaces that's drawn comparisons to more established continental midfielders. Osgaard is also known for his physicality, a crucial trait when considering the intensity of the Scottish Premiership and the physical demands of European competition. Despite his youth, he's already made an impact for Norway's senior team, which speaks volumes about his development and mental readiness for a step up. The context of his move is equally important. Relegation with Luton might have forced the player's hand, but it's also a timely opportunity for Rangers to swoop in for a player with top-flight pedigree at a moment of vulnerability. The deal, though not officially sealed yet, is reportedly at an advanced stage, and there's growing optimism within Ibrox that Osgaard could be unveiled in a matter of days. While Osgaard is expected to slot into central areas, potentially replacing or rotating with the likes of Nico Raskin or Tom Lawrence, Rangers still remain active in the wide market. With only a few reliable options on the flanks, Martin is believed to be targeting more width to stretch play and open up compact defenses, an issue that haunted the team in key fixtures last term. Osgaard's ability to drift wide is a bonus, but make no mistake, the search for pure wingers continues. Emmanuel Fernandez, another recent addition, comes with a very different story, but no less compelling. The center-back's rise through the ranks of English football reads like a modern fairy tale. Released from a non-league club during the COVID hit season, he clawed his way back into the spotlight with Peterborough, where he became a key figure in their EFL Cup triumph. Now 23, Fernandez brings grit, determination, and a no-nonsense style of defending that could prove essential in the grind of domestic and European football. His fee, reportedly in the region of £3 million, suggests Rangers see him not as a gamble, but a real investment. Joe Rothwell, whose arrival was slightly more under the radar, is another cog in this new machine. The 30-year-old midfielder played under Martin at Southampton, meaning there's already a level of tactical understanding and trust in place. While not known for scoring, Rothwell brings balance to a midfield that at times tilted too far towards either flair or industry. His game is about linking defense and attack, breaking lines with passes, and ensuring the tempo stays high. And at a club like Rangers, where every game carries pressure, having someone calm under fire is worth its weight in gold. Meanwhile, the behind-the-scenes changes continue to unfold. Martin isn't just building a team, he's assembling a culture. The appointments of Mike Williamson and Salvatore Bibo are not random. They're highly intentional. Williamson's time at Newcastle saw him face top opposition week in, week out, and his coaching journey since then has only enriched his tactical lens. At Carlisle, he was known for instilling defensive discipline while encouraging his teams to play out from the back, ideals that align perfectly with what Martin wants at Ibrox. Bibo, on the other hand, is a specialist, working with some of the best keepers in the Premier League. His arrival signifies a desire to level up in terms of technical preparation at a club where goalkeepers are often called upon in high-pressure European nights. Having someone like Bibo guiding the gloves is a massive boost. It also sends a message to the current roster that mediocrity is no longer tolerated. Every department will be held to elite standards. As part of this commitment to fostering a high-performance environment, Rangers also extended the contract of Kieran Wright, a loyal servant to the club, who now enters his 10th season without yet having made a first-team appearance. That kind of longevity, despite limited opportunities, says a lot about the player's character and the club's belief in his potential. His loan spell at Airdrieonians proved fruitful, and though he's unlikely to be first choice this season, his experience and presence are invaluable in a long campaign where depth is often the difference between silverware and disappointment. Looking at the bigger picture, what's clear is that this isn't a random scattergun window. The moves both on and off the pitch follow a strategy that suggests serious planning. There's an obvious intent to make Rangers younger, more dynamic, more versatile. This isn't just about plugging gaps, it's about transforming the DNA of the team into one that can compete not just domestically but on the European stage. Martin's experience in England coupled with his understanding of Scottish football's unique demands gives him a rare dual perspective. And right now he's putting that insight to work. If these signings perform as expected and the chemistry builds as intended, Rangers might just be on the cusp of something bigger than a good season. They could be laying the groundwork for a new era, and as the team continues to train, adjust, and prepare, fans can be forgiven for dreaming just a little louder than they did last summer. Because at Ibrox, for the first time in a long while, it genuinely feels like something new is beginning. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Whispers wafting through the corridors o' Ibrox hae begun to grow louder, as word spreads that defender John SOUTTAR is nigh keen to share the pitch wi fellow Ranger JEFTÉ. While nigh official word has come frae the club, insiders close to the dressing room suggest all is not well between the two. SOUTTAR, known for his no-nonsense style and commitment to the badge, is said to be at odds wi the Brazilian left back. Some claiming he's gone as far as telling the coaching staff he won't step out on the park if Jeff's in the cause behind the alleged fallout remains under wraps. But sources say it's been brewing for weeks, maybe even months. Tensions flaring in a tight squad arena is nigh rare, especially when expectations are sky high at a club like Rangers. But if there's truth to the rumblings, the situation could pose a headache for the gaffer. SOUTTAR's influence in the back line has grown steadily since his arrival, while Jeff's flair and pace down the flank made him a fan favorite in spurts. Still, harmony in the dressing room is key to any title push, and a split like this could throw a spanner in the works. Some reckon this could all be exaggerated locker room chatter, typical o' a long preseason where stories can snowball out nothing, but others believe there's fire behind the smoke, and that SOUTTAR's discontent might force the club to make a hard choice come August. Whether it's personality clashes, training ground bust-ups, or tactical disagreements, the Ibrox faithful will be hoping it's now that can he be patched up before the season kicks off proper. For now, neither player has spoken publicly, and the clubs keep inching them. But the Blue Room's murmuring, and if there's one thing Glasgow loves, it's a good old football drama, especially when it involves the big characters at the heart o' the defense. Watch this space. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.